Welcome to another Quantum Conversation, brought to you by AcousticHealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and I invite you to sit back as we enter the quantum realm, that space of the greater part of you. It is your connection to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and infinite mastery. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are excited to share with my guest today in human design. She is a reflector, and she is here by voice today to share her beautiful voice and the frequency that comes through it as we talk about this new era, the countdown to a new domain of knowing. Catherine Rosenbaum is with us. She is an empathic astrologer and a guide through time and space. If you've not seen or heard of her before, you're in for a treat today, and she's here to take your questions as she works with her team of angels and guides in the work of her sessions, helping many, many people on the planet at this great time of shift. Catherine, welcome. Thank you. Welcome back to this show.
Thank you so much, beloved. I had such a surprise today, looking at you and seeing you, and what is a reflector? But someone who's born disappointed that we're not already there in this new golden age. And a surprise is what a reflector loves. And here I am with you, and you have altered your looks, you've moved, you've become a whole different person in front of my eyes. It's what a wonderful surprise today.
Wow.
I'm great with you. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Well, thank you for that. Let's go ahead and start with the current energies. First of all, I want to say Happy New Year. We're in a new moon. It's March, and we are in springtime. We just passed the equinox. And so for me, that shows a newness, that it's really coming forth. Tomorrow is a really big day, astrological wise. So as we get started, let's check in with you and get a little report of these new times that we're in. Share with us.
Yes, we're in it today. As you said, we had the equinox. We dropped into a new moon at 0 Aries, which is the 0 point, the beginning of all that is, the springing, the initiation, the preparation. And then we are moving into the Pluto transformation, which literally is a rearranging of our consciousness. And it is a time that we have never walked through before collectively. It's going to be going on for 20 years. It's not our first, it won't be one day event. This is a cosmic metamorphosis about how we as humans are crashing and breaking down our shadows into the marking of this new potential, and the new potential to heal and evolve as a collective. We have very unique energy going on right now. It is a cosmic play of a new awareness. And when you feel the codon, the energy of the North Node in Taurus, which is our Dharma, our direction, and Venus and Juno is joining exactly today, Venus and Juno, it really guides us through this cosmic play of this new awareness. If I was single or looking today, they said, don't look, you just find it. This is a day of meeting soulmates. It literally is an initiation. And it's not like we're going to look for it. We're clearing our wounds and our auric, karmic realities that have no standing in this new matrix, because we're resurrecting, we're activating into something that we have never experienced. And at this time, the Mars, planet Mars, that for the astrologers here is a planet of work and action and getting going. And for all of us, it's been going backwards and in Gemini and squaring Neptune, which is like delusional. We're not clear on our path. So I would say that the last 5 months we've been running in circles, a little this, a little that, a little confusion, but it's really offering us the ability to resonate out of our minds and into our senses. Like this new codon that's activating is not from the mind, it's not from the thinking, it's from the feeling of something collectively coming in. And as much as Mars and Cancer, which it'll be coming into in a few days, will be in its fall. We call it a weak spot. Yet the human design, if we go deeper into not just the astrology or the 64 codons or the DNA lift ups or whatever we're using to our cycles and our chakras, activating this new human design, gate 15 is the love of humanity that we're in right now. Today is going to be a full transmission. It has nothing to do with me. It's about your community and how we're pulling together. So this love of humanity, this frequency, is a degree that holds the codon of earth codes. We're in it right now. It's very emotional. The direct connection with the Schumann resonance comes through this codon, this gateway, and it is truly a multidimensional sub-program within our designs. It's a flowering of the activation of our collective and personal resurrection. We're like in it in a beautiful way. I have my daughter's friend is in labor right now. And literally the feeling I have if she bursts it today on this new moon, a new stepping preparation, that she'll meet a soulmate, that her little girl is going to be one of her soulmates. I feel very emotional. Today is a day of breaking the veil in many ways. And we've never been to this point before, that in the next 24 hours, we're changing the whole dimensional domain of what we've known for 15, 20 years with Pluto and Capricorn. Like that to me has been heavy duty. We've gone through the plagues, we've gone through conditions and governments and controls and religions. All this stuff has been coming up for years. And it's so fascinating when you go down deeper into this sub-multi program, we find that Pluto is sitting in the Sabian symbol, a secret meeting of man responsible for executive decisions in the world affairs. And here we are in this 1 degree of Pisces, our humanness, our psychic abilities it's like a squirrel hiding from hunters. And yet we're in this railroad, this Gemini Mars that's ready to split. We're asking all of you to understand you are part of the starseeds. Your DNA, the quieted DNA within our body, the junk DNA is activating. So do we really need to go and learn 20 more years of processes? Do we really need to memorize religious rules and laws when it's all breaking down? We're breaking down all these shadows and triggering us into a new potential. It's an amazing time to be a starseed in the world. It's a little bit sad when you walk through the world. I don't know about you, Loren. Have you walked into, well, you're in a wonderful area, but many people are still asleep.
Yeah.
They're in the matrix and they're not waking up. They're props, they're energies that are not part of this evolutionary within our codons, our own star systems within our DNA is activating. So that might be my disappointment when I walk out in the world. And many people, and some clients I even work with, they're not quite awake. So we love them and we say, we are jumping ahead. We're in a time awareness of change of time and dimensions. So we are in a new domain of knowing beginning tomorrow. And we don't know what we know, except for that we're not just here to run a program, be in the matrix. We're breaking the Truman Show, and we're activating our star crystals within us and preparing for what is coming, which is unknown. It is so interesting when people want to figure out and say, what's coming? It's beyond our consciousness, what's coming. We are the DNA encodements to activate this. And we are activating our magnetic monopoles, which is the work I do, which holds your soul path, which is built into your birth chart, your DNA. It's uniquely set in place through time and space constructs. So this eternal internal compass, our Merkaba, our activations of what we really are, is awakening. And we are not here to know, to think, to consider, to make believe what it will be. It's going to be a collective activation all the way until 2027. We have this 4.5 years to activate, going into a new transmission as starseeds, as the awakened ones, as the ones that will rebuild the new golden age. Why? It's for the children. It's for the children to teach them. The sun today is, yes, it's in Aries. It's just the equinox. It's a new beginning. And the Sabian symbol for today is a comedian, reveals human nature. And it really is about getting back to our natural law. The earth is going in a higher frequency. We can go or not. And the good news is everyone that's here has the ability to be in a balanced, synchronistic energy, not knowing where we're going, but doing it together. So we're in a portal of all the genetic codons that have been dumbed down, like we're cracking that vessel. Pluto is in gate 60, even that it's on the 29.59 degree of Capricorn, all those old bullies and the quantum and the cabals and all the beings that have been for 400 years putting us into this sort of fake matrix. And we're breaking out. We're waking up from within. Gate 60, number 4 line, is the acceptance of our dumbed down genetic codes, our codons, and the cracking of the vessel, and the divine justice, and the Merkaba, losing our minds to come into our senses, an emotional awareness. And they say it's actually an awareness of interdimensional cosmos, an alchemy trinity. It's a trinity helix shifting our humanity. And we're preparing for the 400-year shift in 2027. So we have work to do now to allow the synchronistic sounds of the universe to whisper down into us and to come into our energy. They said, like, finding our tribes and learning to be crystal clear in the now without knowing where we have to be. Because every time we take out of this Aries stellium today of here now, collectively, we can lose our track. Yeah. So nature, You know, to me, Loren, you look all pink today. I have to say, Goddess Ariel is right behind you with her hand on your shoulder. Do you know who that is?
Ariel.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, she's all here, all around you. She's very sparkly. I just had to say that because I could see her behind your energy field, but really calling us back to nature and to the earth, because we are in the codon with Neptune, which is the ocean. It's our oneness. It's the beloved. And that is breaking out of transition of where we are. It's from darkness to light. And we are in a codon, a collective awareness of our magnetic monopole right now. Uranus, the wild card, Kali, whatever you want to call it, the breaker, the shatterer of realities, is in the gate 2, number 4, which is higher love. It's pure feminine. These are our hints, the energies that are available to us, like to move into. But lips shut, we are returning into nature. We have been far from the universal synchronicity and this codon, this activation. Today, it's time to come back to the plan of oneness through our magnetic monopoles. And that's what the work I do, because a quickening that can break the veils in your old beliefs is what we need to do to bring out our lovingness and the unified force that's active now. So what a time to be here. What a day to pick to come play with you and our beautiful community.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. We've already got questions coming in. I just wanted to say that it's amazing the shift that we're going through. And even just today, this morning, I was finding myself in a mental thought loop. And then I realized, what if I just give up all judgment of myself and others and just be present? And I felt so much lighter when I did that, and my whole day shifted. And so, is this what the collective is doing? This is what every person watching, everyone who's joining us is part of. That's a role that we can each step into, is assist people into just being real like this, just being non-judgmental. If you've got anything to say about that, it's very interesting. I wanted you to also share more on the codons. What do you mean by the codons, genetic codons and magnetic monopoles?
In the human design, which is one way we can look at evolution through life, through time and space, and through our own bodies, there are 64 codons. It's the I Ching. It's also the 64 DNA codons, which is everything. It gives us a material matrix to live in as we wake up back through the dream and back to our own, connected universal consciousness. It's all coming together. So the codons are the DNA transference, and each person has a divine, unique map. And in your own star moment, when you were born, the picture of the universe, through our maps, through our astrology, through our progressions, through our codons, through the human design, through the gene keys, which gives us the ability to transcend our own beginnings and move them up into a higher temple of our own DNA brilliance, because we're created from the stars. We're going back to consciousness to recreate the new earth. So the codons are activating each person differently. We all have a unique design. And this is how we become ourselves, because everybody else has taken your strategy and your design. We can use all the maps because the world gives us a whole display of players, the planets, the evolutionary movement. We're in the middle of time and space, waking up through the codons and the activations that we've never been here before, that we don't know where we're going, but the earth is waking up and we're going with her. And it is all about balance. I have a Pleiadian here, and I'm just gonna, just someone stepping in. You must have a Pleiadian agenda, Lauren, because someone's coming in, and I'm just gonna step back a little and hear what the transmission is because of how you asked. Okay. I thought something was coming through. I felt nothing for the last few days in the balsamic moon. And it's like, where are all my galactics? And all of a sudden they're coming in when we're together, because it's always in the now. It's not what we think or plan or pre-plan. What I'm hearing, humanity is preparing to redefine the invisible worlds beyond the arguments and limitations of science and religion, where we find ourselves now in a duality construct. Cosmic intelligence, called us, is rearranging the furniture. Intense cosmic waveforms are opening the light spectrums as we speak. A broader band, an event we call this. The event will be like a long-awaited homecoming. Stay close to the earth energies. These are the codons, the 15th codon, the Schumann resonance, where Mars is activating it right now for all of us. They are recharging and revitalizing with unbounded creativity, earthly creativity, natural creativity from the womb of the mother. We connect your dots, we sign patterns, we have contracts we're activating now. God does not hear no. We're activating all of you. The responsibility is to activate you now. All life is in service to the one. We are all doing this together. We are moving from chaos to coherence. I feel like all this furniture, like in a cartoon, is all rearranging around us, is how I feel. Things around our head, chairs and things. And the resonance is within your light codes, they said, we're activating on this new moon in the resonance of your own magnetic monopole, the crystal that never leaves your auric field, your Merkaba. We are upshifting now with a change to jump into divine synchronicity together. Then you will experience home. Home is where the heart is, the 0 point. We're on the point of the matter, and they said the momentum to build this new matrix is within us, isn't it? After all, our junk DNA is not junk after all. So we bless you and we call in with the message through the reflector to remind you that through this matrix, fear is the only limitation that we're up against. It's a lower frequency. Step above it. Connect with the earth codes. We will be with you every step of the way.
Beautiful. Connecting with the earth codes. And we would sense the earth codes through our senses, through the heart. Can you share more on connecting with the earth codes?
We are in it right now. We are activating a consciousness through the solar waves of energy, not the solar sun we learned as kids that we drew on those drawings, the sun, the house, the few clouds and 2 birds. No, this is the solar magnetics, which is streamlining, imprinting all of us, our planetary imprinting mechanism with our receptors, the neutrinos, the intelligent field, the plasmic liquid, the liquid that opens a new field of organic crystal consciousness. Oh, that's so beautiful. They said it's an internal divine exchange, a mathematical trinity to rejuvenate soul crystals, the gold mean, the Venus codes, like finding our soulmate within us today. And when I feel the energy, if I see the picture in my mind, the sun is a portal, and we are being streamlined with the higher encodements. We have come down so far, my dears, from the 11th levels, some higher. We've dropped down into this quantum third dimensional matrix to bring our innocence back home. We're home, though, within the soul crystal. And that's what's so beautiful. Within our DNA, our matrix, our Merkaba, our electrical force, we have a soul crystal that's there before you're born. We can see so much of it transpiring 88 days before you're born. It's being built into your soul, your unique promise to help along this new world. Each one of us has our own map, our GPS to activate. They're reminding me that I am a GPS, that I don't have my own aura. I'm here to facilitate, cleanse, and activate your star crystal. That is your magnetic monopole. It's the codons. It's what gives you the dance through life. How could we be here in a material form when we come from pure light? How did we get into the body? Is our body within the same as without, as above and below? Where can we find the difference? When you are in true north, which the codes of the next week, this channel, this gate, this activation of the resonance of that's going off the charts with the divine Mother Earth, we have a free ride right through the middle of all these dimensions. Now, I do understand we are in one-dimensional understanding at this time in our evolution. So the good, the bad, and the ugly live within these realms. That's why some of us get really spooked when we do the work, when we see a couple little grays or entities in the corner, or we have to clear all these poisons out of people's bodies, our environment, the chemtrails, the junk in our matrix right now. We're here to purify it all. And the galactics are helping, because I wouldn't be here without that. Ra Uru Hu, who brought in human design in 1987, reminds us the reflectors never really touch the earth. We're more nebulous. We're here to reflect the divine back to people. We are like the police. We are going to go in. If I walk into a group, 99 are zombies. You'll excuse me, I'm a little sarcastic. You know, we are in the comedian reveal of the human nature today. So some beings are not of the electrical souls that are here to awaken for the children. So there'll be some going and some staying, but we're here to do the work. And all 70% of you, like you, Loren, you hold the work codes. You have the ability to be the 100th monkey, the 51%. When you're in consciousness, you pull everyone else into the new elevated DNA. The neutrinos is such an intelligent field. They are billions and billions of subatomic energy that comes through the universe. And every second we are being downloaded through and through with neutrino energies. They imprint us, they change us, they give us stellar and planetary information. We are getting all the information right now without our mental beliefs that take us off course to the here and the now. This is all we're asking you to do now. Be here now, get stable. Drink some salt, get the minerals, get minerals in you. Look at the sunlight, get out in nature. Very simple plan at this time. When you do this, we will be with you to activate and accelerate and initiate your own genetic codes that are responsible for your own pattern. So we can then merge and get past this and really get to the building of the new matrix. It's individual, but it comes together so synced perfectly that how could we ever question the universal dance? And the angels, the quantum symphony of the stars, which I have heard once in a dream state a few years ago, that these symphonies, these angelic vibrations are so beautiful that when you hear them, it cleanses the whole planet. It's like their energy erases all the junk and all the ways we pulled away from our own soul crystal. Because look at us. Look how far we've come away from what love is. Look at the world. It's fallen apart. We're in World War III. People are killing each other. The earth is erupting. There's been tampering with the weather. None of that is the true matrix. But inside you, beloveds, which is personal and effervescent at this time, we know where you live. We know who you are. There's no getting out of this. It's like the 9 month of pregnancy. Oh, never mind. I'm done. No, the birth is coming. And the womb of the mother invites you in. And all these, there's an angel here calling herself Mother Goose, which is funny, but it's Ariel and the Divine Mother. And Arya, the true Mother Earth, is activating all of us right now. Everything in my body is magnetically being pulled to all of you. It's really an auspicious reunion. We love all of you so much. How can we help everybody? What is up?
Wow. We're just feeling into the transmission and the words that you shared from the higher realms, and we can feel that. We can feel so good. We feel empowered. We feel confident. And so I want to just go to some questions here.
Good.
If you are in our Zoom audience and you have a question for Catherine, please raise your hand. We're going to get to that in just a moment. And also, there's our Q&A line, Q&A box. And I see the number 44 in our Zoom audience. Isn't that amazing? I love it. The angels are definitely with us. All right. I don't have a name from this anonymous attendee. You can put that in the Q&A box if you wish to share your name with us. But this person says, I am going through my deep karmic relationship, balance with my biological father, biological brother and his wife, and many relationships, resurrecting through hurt and going into self-love mastery. Can you please help me in any way here so I can courageously walk the path of truth towards my enlightenment? Well, that's a question that affects and benefits all of us. Thank you.
Yes. And what I hear is you're doing it. You're literally living through this. If you look at everybody as part of your players in your play, we're in the Matrix, we're in a movie, though a lot of it has breaking the pain. Today we have the moon joined exactly with Chiron. That is our biggest pain. It represents our wounds and the marks on us that we are here now to have the potential to heal. But all of your players, all this family is such wonderful unfinished business for you that as you walk through that and look at them as being a part of you, that they're teaching you something, they're showing you something. And part of it will be to detach because you are teaching them you've come full circle. You're moving through this pain and suffering so you can be prepared for what is coming. They said it's not the pain that matters. It's when we judge it and when we feel that everything is not bringing us to a coherence back into the divine. You're doing a wonderful job. I have much more to say to you, but through the community, as we are moving through a really confused feeling that maybe, are we on the right path? And
Yeah.
my guides say we are the path. How could it be wrong? If it's true, if you stay in natural harmony, a true encodement of the divine, we're waking it up from the inside out. We love the work you're doing. You know, men can be a pain in the ass, is what Archangel Michael just popped in. You know, the men. The men have gone as far away from the light as can be. And if you can be the light and show them as a way shower that love exists and that it's all one big family. And if it's uncomfortable for you, they said they'll take you down a different track. We can face it, embrace it, erase it, love it, bless it, and keep moving. But everything you do is for the love of family and community. And it will only take you to a up-leveling of your power. What a powerful young woman you are, says Michael. Yes, and the pain only sets you free. It's only human pain. When we get a little higher up, there's only consciousness of love. And either they're going to move into your field, they said, or they're going to move away, and we let them go. Michael says, if it moves out of the refrigerator, let it go. But if it comes towards you and activates a sense of forgiveness and grace, what a beautiful experience for you to have in a body on the planet at this time. It can only set you free. We are complete.
Oh, beautiful. All right. Thank you for that beautiful question, because it did help all of us. And that self-love is the way. And as that message spoke of the judgment, no judgment, that's what I did this morning. And it totally helped me release. And that is our biggest self-love. That's a huge part of self-love, isn't it? When we can no longer judge ourselves, but just be present in our heart. Don't judge ourselves or others. That's very fifth dimensional.
It absolutely is. It's back to the unified force, because everything is falling apart right now. Pluto and Aquarius separates. Have you ever looked at the symbol of Aquarius? Two lines that don't connect, that are rigid, up, down, up, down, up, down. Or we could say the flowing of the water. But we're still going through the ups and the downs, the quantum field of everything that's separated through the masculine, all through is coming back through the waveform of the divine feminine, which is built into our DNA construct within the soul of you. It's your soulful foreverness. It's the eternal flame. I would call it like a Vesta, just right down into our soul crystals. And every time you don't judge or you feel uncertain, and you can be okay in the void, then you're activating a under the covers type of a energy, which will connect us all into a new waveform. We can't do it without each other, but we have to wake up uniquely to know yourself, to know what you're going to contribute into this new 2027 age of a new sleeping phoenix, which means we're in a evolutionary upliftment. It feels like an elevator up. because we can go in circles and circles and worry about this or fight with this or try to convince someone from the mental to don't do something or do something. All that is lifting, that we can just be ourselves, and the magnetics of this new cosmic force will bring us all together in a perfect harmony, a community. You know, the projectors are here to orchestrate the whole gosh darn play we're in. There's only 20% of you. You're here as a new auric field to be the neck, to be the way shower, to be the one with the map. And all of you unruly energy beings called the generators and the manifesting generators, that field of life force, the projector needs to sway us a little bit because they can see ahead of where we're going in a very interesting way. They can feel everyone and say, no, over here, don't go over there. We've been there before. But a projector can't come into their power unless they're invited or recognized. There's a lot of projectors out there that keep offering their amazing insights, and nobody's listening because nobody asked. So we always say, projector aura, there's 5 kinds. Get into your hammock, wait, be the condition, the ley line, the template of what is coming, because you have a third eye that's taking us through the matrix. And all you manifesting generators and generators, the alchemists, you are the ones that we are utilizing your beautiful, powerful energy into a new collective activation. Then we have the manifestors that don't have to listen to any of us. There's only 8 or 9%. They're the ones that are like kicking open the door. They're here to throw it up on the wall, say, I'm going to have impact, I'm going to tell you what's up, and then they're going to leave, because they're not the ones to complete. They're not here to stand in the back of the line. So if anybody knows a manifester or is a manifester, they beat to their own drummer. They literally are this salmon swimming upstream, and we need them. We need them to kick open and not follow the leader. They're the initiators in that way of what's the divine has to say. And then we have the reflectors like me, which is just a calibrator. I've been living my design since 2011, when my godson brought me this new program that Ra Uru Hu brought in 1987, and my godson is born in 1987. Do you see how it comes through the universe, through a love that brings it from California to Florida and opens up my whole understanding of who I thought I was? And we don't know. Reflectors are mirrors. We're the mirror of the human condition and human potential. I was born disappointed that the masculine hadn't given up on trying to create war and separation, when the divine mother is calling us all home to start a whole new life form, which is in a unity consciousness. So every one of you has a beautiful, unique design that is understanding who you are and what you're not. So many things we carry, which isn't even us. If you have an open soul crystal or magnetic monopole like me, I have all my energy centers, all 9 are clear. A reflector doesn't have her own color. But that magnetic monopole, it's like if I didn't understand my blueprint, I would be walking around saying, are you my lover? Are you my mother? Are you my father? Because our identity crystal that comes from the divine doesn't know its way on earth, because it's crystal clear. It reflects everyone else times 5. So it's such a crucial time to heal the human wounds right now, and preparing us for anything that we carry that is old and outdated. Capricorn says, let it go. Those are the old conditions and the belief systems that are programmed into our DNA. And I'm saying, out with the old, in with the new. And how do we do that without activating our soul instrument, our crystal within our energy that was here before we came into the body, and will guide us as we leave the body and bring us back into the oneness of it all. We couldn't have this ballet, this dance on the planet without the separation of our mind, our body, and our spirit. Our job is to bring it all back together in a harmony with the planets, with the seasons, with each other. And to find out that we've always been home, that really we've already won, that we live in higher consciousness, but we came all the way down here to bring a different codon into the world, to birth the new babies. 2027 brings in a whole new form of babies, and they don't really activate unless you bring them all in together. They're the lovers, they're pure love and light. We're preparing for them now. So I would call them, they're telling me, though I didn't know, that these new children coming beginning 2027, the new codons, are actually hybrids of
Wow.
the humans and the galactics that are coming back. They're coming back from the ships. They're coming down. Oh, it's so beautiful.
Wow.
So many colors around these new babies. Wow, I'm so happy. But to understand that we have a happy ending, and we're not looking for utopia now. We didn't come down living in 5D. We came from 11 or 12th dimensional to drop all the way down where all the scallywags have been messing with our matrix. And we're kicking them out. There's nowhere for the dark to go. They might have a little more rambunctiousness, and I'm not saying that lightly. They're going to try to create some world events that darken our beliefs in what's coming, but never lose your faith that's built into you. You are the codon of the new world, each one of you. And from this moment on, we are not letting you off the hook. We are upshifting, and you are part of it. We honor you for your service. The apocalypse is raising our veils. Do you call us, are we in chaos? Do we need the chaos to stimulate our soul crystals? Of course. It's all for our prosperity. It's all for what's coming, that's already here. And they're asking us all to see through the veils and the arguments and see only love. Everything that's been separate has to go. And the divine great grandmother of all that is, I call her Pluto, is coming back into a new wavelength that is going to throw us all into chaos for a little bit. But we understand that chaos brings us to pure coherence. And perhaps it's been the game plan all along. Remember who you are.
Well,
I love when they just cut it. All of a sudden I hear nothing. And so I just stop because the transmission is complete.
yeah, and it's so comforting and beautiful, and it gives us extreme hope, because in the chaos that we can witness in the collective, it can get a little scary, it can get a little frightening. And as we look into the future, we could say, oh my gosh, here we are, we're in the 20s, the 2020s, the 20s of the 21st century. How could this still be going on? But
Well, it can, because there is no time. So we're just in a construct of looking at it. How many people look at the calendar and don't even know what day it is? How do we even, sometimes time is like slow and,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden a day is gone. What day is it? We're all in that together. So it is breaking the spell of the matrix that is not cosmic. It's been controlling. And yes, over the next 5 months, once we're in the Aquarian realm of something new that's never a cosmic intelligence is how I feel, we're going to go back for 4 or 5 months back into Capricorn, the Pluto. And so it's a cosmic rain check. We're going to go back. And to me, it's like the shadows are going to like try to grab us, like we're at the shore. And oops, the tide is pulling us back. Oh no. And then, oh no, it's a trap. Keep moving forward. And yet we're in a cosmic flow that's carrying us into a whole new earth, a whole new world. It's cosmic. It's not an intelligence of the mind, it's an emotional intelligence that kicks into our DNA. It's overnight. I expect in 33 days the earth codes, the pollution and the suffocation of this planet will be removed. All these new, they called them weapons, but weapons of peace to sort of clear out all these and neutralize all these bombs and things that the masculine has decided to control us with. We're in an opposition of when the atomic bomb was created. And we're not going that way. Why would we do that? The higher beings would never let us blow ourselves up, by the way. Just so you know, they told me 40 years ago that there will never be that because the galactics say we affect the whole universe.
Yeah.
And how do we get to travel into new realms if we really, our launch off pad of a new cosmic heart being born collectively, how could we go into that when we don't have our footing? So we are exactly where we need to be. And as much as it's scary and the fear is part of the third dimension. It can't get us when you get in the now. When you hold it sounds like Abraham Hicks, get in the vortex. But it is, be here now. You noticed today when you went out a little bit out of your consciousness, you pulled into the now, you took a few breaths, and everything shifted around you. And that's our gift, that's our ability. And if you need to call a friend or connect with people that are wide awake, please do so. We need each other through this. We need to talk it out. But we're going no matter what. And it is the greater plan and the symphony of the cosmos that we're just getting in beat with. We're getting in tune with the whole earth codes. And what a homecoming. Like, can you feel within you? The movie on the outside is falling apart. It's chaotic, but it's still real. Can't dismiss it. We're not in hopium, but we are in the realness that we are made of much more than we knew. Our codons, our DNA, our abilities are steering us through different projects. Like, we're not going on the same railroad track as the collective. And bless them and step onto your own integrity, your own honesty. Because Pluto is so honest, she will break out anything that's not, we're going to be exposed, is what I'm hearing, with anything that we need to heal. It's all for our greater good. And be humble and thank ourselves for our human wounds, because everything is an elevator up. We're always going back to the 0 point, the quantum pulse of it all. Is there somebody who has a question? I'm feeling a hand up.
There is a hand up. Good for you. Catherine, we are going to let Kathy speak. Kathy, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Oh, thank you so much. I love Catherine. I've worked with her for years, and she is just one of my absolute favorites.
Awesome.
I felt you, young lady.
I know. I was just like, oh my God, I had 2 different things I could ask. One has to do with Anissa.
Uh-oh. Did we lose? You kind of cut out there. Can you say one has to do with the first? What was the first?
Oh,
Anissa, they said we only know, is that a person that we know each
No,
other
my
from?
one of my nieces. That's not her name.
Oh, Anise,
A
Anise.
niece. Who's Anissa? I wonder who Anissa is. I feel very high frequency.
I
Anyway,
don't know. Maybe somebody new coming in my life because I've been very isolated and working on myself since I had the spontaneous Kundalini awakening. So, and I've been going through a lot off and on with my son's wife, and it's I have a 2.5-year-old granddaughter. So I, I try not to be in judgment, but I've had a lot of pain caused, and I'm trying to be in a better space and be in that joyful love space. But it's really been difficult. Yeah.
we appreciate your honesty and the fact that we have moments that we just don't know how to heal the world. And so you're on the right focus. Your pattern is healing yourself and loving every one of them. You have a very big interactive relationship with this young little baby. Your future will hold many grown-up talks with her.
I feel
So
like I'm here to help show her when she's older. She's a very, very light on the spectrum. And, I talked to you before last year when I found out because I had begged practically her mother not to vaccinate her and give her scientific and medical info, but I was shut down. So, but she's very, very smart and she's getting, speech therapy and things. So, but I
I
feel
love it.
one of the
Yeah,
reasons I feel I'm here is to communicate and teach her things. And
absolutely. It goes like I see you interweaving into the future with her. And yet we have to remind ourselves that what has been held back from humanity is all this higher technology that Aquarian will bring in. It's not the end of AI. We're going to go into the Terminator and be controlled. It's utilizing the galactics for their amazing healing abilities for our DNA and our encodements. This little girl will be clear as a bell. They're saying, like smart as a whip.
that's what I
In the
said, exact same thing. She is already. She just, needs a speech therapy because she's, a little behind, but she's doing so good. And I feel just that's exactly, thank you for telling me that the only thing I can do is just be sharing what I can without upsetting her mother. Not with that, but sometimes if I say anything or ask a question about anything, I feel like I'm getting attacked. So I try not to take it personally and realize it's something within herself, but it does cause me pain, and then I have to take myself back out. So,
Yes, and you take yourself back and you recalibrate and you say, mirror, mirror. And we understand that we all are there for this little soul child that is going to be really special. And I also hear very talented with music, which is going to help heal her little bit of a slow mental voice, whatever's going on there. So
yeah,
music too
I bought her
will
different. She has several different things, and I bought her different musical
there you
instruments.
go.
Yeah, yeah. I read that there's different frequencies too. I'm trying to get a hold of some different things that help the autistic children at different level frequencies. So I'm got to
I love
research
that.
that.
And in the future, there will be the groups, the children coming together after 2027, and they pull together and they understand things, each one of them together. They make a difference as a collective. And this little girl will find her tribe. So I think you're just a wonderful guardian of her, is how we want to say it. And thank you for caring about the baby. And
Well,
this
it's
is not your
awesome. I
first.
mean, I
Mhm.
hope that I'm helping like other people.
So be it. We
Thank you.
love you too, honey. And so I'm so glad you popped in. I could feel you in the background going, me, me. But it's really nice to just talk out loud with all of us and feel the healing that many people also have the same situations, and that we all are here for the innocence and the babies to turn it around.
Right.
And she is an example of why we came down the chute into this matrix that is not in a unified force yet. We're doing it, and we're going to make the change for the babies. And thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you, Loren. Thank you very much.
God bless. And seal that up.
Here is another question. Linda in our Q&A box says, the equinox and new moon has been so powerful and transformational for me. A huge shift has occurred and I'm seeing things through new eyes. I feel as if I've merged anew with Mother Earth. As a bridge between heaven and earth, how might I fully be the highest benevolence I came here to be in the highest way possible for all?
I love that. But what, and Michael's still here, and he says, be here now. You're doing it. It's the mind wants us to, I got to do more. I got to be more. This field of energy that's coming through the solar rays, honey, is activating every cell in your body, every codon, every sacred blessing that's held into your unique body that makes a difference on the planet. You can't jump ahead. You can't try to do more. It's coming to you. I'm not sure what your human design is, but I feel very strong stomach, like life force in you. So I don't think you have to do anything but stay open, drink lots of water, hydrate, look at the sun, prepare for what's coming through you. We think you're doing a wonderful job. Your genetic codes are very unique. And whenever you first found out you were the star seed, your consciousness has never went back to sleep. You're very wide awake. They're showing me your codons. I see lots of yellow and lavender coming through the center of your body. And I just would like to pull out something in you. They're showing me a little shadow up on your left shoulder. Maybe something came in through the phone or the internet or something. So since you are being an example for all of us to be here now, I'm just going to clear that for you if you don't mind. And if you could all take a breath. Drop down a few inches below the belly button, please. Everybody, conscious breath. 0 point awakening. We're all coming to the same point in time. Thank you. Here now in time. And we bind up any soul contracts that are old and outdated, the films, the fears, the dogma, the disappointments and the frustrations. We bind out any soul contracts that are old. This 29th degree of Capricorn, it's like the teetering on the old program, stepping into a lighter universal awakening that's going to take 20 years. But we ask the angels and guides here now in this wonderful transmission of the zero limit, the seed of where we plant resurrection. We activate, accelerate, illuminate the encodements, the codons, and everybody here into a unified field of all the mishaps and the mental constraints and the worries and the doubts and the fears. We're taking all of that chaos and moving it upward into a coherent state, never to return in that form again. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. We activate, accelerate this as it is done. On earth as it is in heaven, so be it. Oh, I feel so much better. I don't know what that was. It was just something that came around our necks and our shoulders. It was like, please. Because no matter what, we still don't know. But we're awakening in the middle of a universal construct as it breaks down into something profound.
We have a little bit more time for Catherine to take questions. Please put your question in our Q&A box on the Zoom panel. Questions in the Q&A box rather than chat, please. All right.
You have to guide these star seeds. They're all over the place, right?
Well, we love them. They are
Our
the
family.
yes. Here's Tanya. Tanya. Hi, Tanya. I have had many complications in my brain and mental health since having COVID a year and a half ago. I've been suffering immensely with neurological issues and have not been able to have any quality of life. I feel I have a strong purpose here, and I refuse to suffer anymore. Any wisdom for a wary wanderer?
Well, I hear from some of my healers a bunch of things we can do to help you. So if you buy a package, great, with me to go direct, or you can just email me, sweetie, and I will give you what I'm hearing for you from a beautiful guardian named Hilarion. And we will help you. We're also radiating a green and purple. It looks like a fluorite stone. We're putting that over, up and down your spinal column right now, taking a little bit of the pressure out of the lungs. And there's something else with you, honey, that is something of who's around you or what is troubling you right now. I really ask the angels and guides to bind that up, because it's not just physical health. There's just something here that it makes me feel like I'm down. I'm getting down. So I'm asking the angels now to uplift that field of energy, because they said you're almost done. You're almost at the end of the plague, and you will get stronger. There's antiviral things they would like you to be on. There's all kinds, from ultra natural to little less natural, but all from the divine. You and many, 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 many other star seeds and beautiful masters are all going through this DNA, breakdown. And we find that you will be moving more into the light because you will it so. You have no idea how strong you are, but we will help you because you've asked, and that we feel that you can hydrate. We like you to rebalance your minerals for now. Get some minerals in there. I don't care if it's like chlorella, some really good mineral energy foods, and water that's structured. And we're going to help you with this. You block us. Sometimes you feel so bad you don't let us to help you. We really are going to call it in right now with all of us to really transmit to you that you are safe and that we are assisting you to be here for the great awakening. It's a little bit of a fear in there of the vulnerability of the body, but I don't see it as permanent. And we ask everybody here and all the consciousness of the universe to clear that here now. And so be it.
Beautiful. So be it. Tanya, we hope that was great. Thank
Tanya,
you.
we said you've been bugged, is what Michael says. So we will assist you with that. It's really wonderful to throw out some of your sensitivities and wounds out into these beautiful communities that are here to make a difference on the planet. Nothing you do has a bad ending. We don't see that for you. We would like you to remember who you are, and so be it.
Beautiful. All right. We're going to go back to some questions. Before we get there, Catherine, I would like to have you talk more about personal sessions. You've got a special offer, beautiful offers for our audience. In the chat line, I'm going to put your special offer. Tell us about how people can work with you.
People can, what I'm doing now is a one-on-one session with somebody, because that's where the work is, within your own solar cellular bodies. If we can take you out of the mind and into your own beautiful, unique auric field, that's the work I need to do, because it's a transmission to bring you into your highest probabilities, because we're built in with all these potentials. So what I did is I offer an hour session for newbies and new people that are just moving into the field. It's very inexpensive. It's a couple $100 from my usual, how I work with people very deeply. And I then have a second package that's an hour and a half that's very discounted. So people can, if you have relationship stuff going on, we need to look into partnerships or all kinds of things that are a little deeper than just understanding your own design, more of an inner relatedness with your jobs, your people, your potentials. So it goes a little deeper for the hour and a half. If I could, I would take a whole day for each one of you, because each one of you has a whole star matrix that we can read forever, that it changes and grows as we change and grow. So to me, my gift is to reflect to you, back to you, where you are in the middle of this universal upgrade, so you can be your best quantum field. We understand that aren't we all just a energy, a quantum field? Aren't we all this prototype of the new world, the new human? So what I do is awaken your prototypes and activate you to be here now, so we can get on with this in the next 4 years and upload our whole earth. We're uploading. So what I do is I don't know, because I'm a reflector. They're laughing at me, trying to explain what I do, because I go in, I walk through your codes, I activate them to the future, I take them through the past, we initiate, we activate, we get rid of the junk, we neutralize, and it's all about you, because you are my colors and you are my world, and without you, I don't exist. Once I learned that I'm a nebulous mist, I really could offer my reflection to others so they can find themselves. And I guess that's what I do. I reprint your print, and we activate, accelerate into something quantum.
Yes. All right. So if you accelerating into quantum, check out Catherine's special offer. Take her up on these beautiful sessions. They are really informative, let's just say, and it gives us a path, and it gives us understanding and confidence and self-love, self-nurturing on our path. No more judgment, and understanding. So beautiful, Catherine. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's go to some more questions in the time that we have left. Laura has a question. How can I know if my daughter's boyfriend is someone that won't hurt her and her son? He has so much trauma and there have been red flags. Must I just surrender and let it all unfold?
What I'm hearing is that we have to remind your daughter of her power and who she is. I feel she's forgotten. And there is a awareness that we would see in her. I really would like to work with her, because I think she undervalues herself. It's like it's slim pickings with the men out there. But I feel more than anything, even asking the question today, that there is someone out there. And I'm hearing the name Mark, like he's marked. There's someone that will come in that will be a much more, because the little baby is going to draw in someone else. because it's a collective, and that you and the baby are, and the daughter are very, it's very important that she not give her power to this young man. And I am going to help a little bit. I feel he's lost, a lost soul, they're saying. But she can still be in her power and shift the relationship to put her true, her rules or her boundaries up. And I have a feeling he'll move away if she really claims her power, because sometimes we get a little bit of a parasite, and it's not right or wrong, but they come out of the past so we can heal it. Say thank you for showing back up next. But she's not quite there yet. But I do see her coming into her awareness. And if not, the angels are going to make him trip up so she can really see before she goes too deep into the relationship. We got it. They said, we're going to help with this. But isn't it a mother who wants the best for our children? We don't want them to have pain or have to go through a rough patch. But they are all moving towards the light. Our children are going with us. We're not leaving anyone behind in the new fields of energy. So remind her who she is. And a lot of children and young adults have sessions with me. I work with clients around the world for years. But now I don't teach right now, big groups or small groups. I am one-on-one. Because if I can activate and accelerate and awaken the encodements within you, then actually it trickles down through the DNA to our children or our grandchildren and our ancestors, because we're in this together. But God bless you, and don't give up on her. Yeah, she just doesn't see quite clearly. But when the angels step in, they turn the light, the flashlight comes on, and I feel she will be aware of what she needs to do next. We can't interfere with her. We can't tell her don't, because God doesn't recognize don't or no anymore. So that's why they say we're all going. Don't say, well, wait, I don't want to have a baby. I'm 9 months pregnant. No, we're going. And it is a new domain. It's a dynasty of love that is filtering through, and it's up to you to hold those lights and not get off the railroad track with the sheep and the people that are trying to take us away from our soul contracts. So if he is a little bit of a scallywag or someone who's deceiving her, we're going to yank him out of our field here now. Complete.
Thank
So
you.
be it. Yeah, I'm not worried about that either. You guys have some really good energy. You ask and it's answered. That's a Aries everything today. It really is.
Okay, perfect. So here's another question. Will our collective critical mass be able to raise the unconscious ones in time to save global democracy?
Of course.
Mhm.
But there is no time. So that's a trick question. Soon in time, can we break time and get back to our true divine nature on planet Earth to bring in the whole new light? Of course, because I am invoking the cosmic consciousness within all of you. We light you up from the inside out. We activate grace right now. We come awake now. No more games. Truth. No more consequences. Truth. Presence, wholeness, the new cosmic plan. How could you ever question what's coming? It's out of time. It's a new domain. It's a consciousness. It's not time restricted. We're breaking out of that. Thank God. After 400 years of the cross of planning, we've been closed into laws and governments and all this. And Pluto returned in the United States said, that's enough. We're going to break open to a new condition, a new frontier. And every one of you are part of it. I love every one of you so much. We're in this together.
Thank you. All right. We have time for one more question, and I sincerely apologize for not being able to get to all the many beautiful hearts who have questions for you, Catherine. But we encourage those who feel the resonance with you, who feel the inner pulse, to learn more on their path, to get a session with you. Again, the sessions are available. Special offer for those who are new to you, and then a beautiful hour and a half for those who are familiar with you and have had sessions with you. So please check that out and work with Catherine. This question is from Astaris, and she asks, can Catherine speak about the difference between emotions and love? I realized yesterday that I have lived with emotions and defenses substituting for love.
Oh, well, it's the pattern, because we are going into the emotional field out of our minds. So we don't want to deny it. We can't suck back our feelings, but love is a state of being. It is here now. It is always and forever. Love is a consciousness. It's the glue that holds us together in this dream, this matrix. Love is beyond words, beyond time. Love is what you're made of. They just stopped. They're going on about time and space and the constructs and everything, but it's really the love is the field of energy that is literally what holds us together. It is everything and anything. And everything unlike love is what is being diffused or taken out of our matrix. And those separate energies don't want to go. We're asking them to be gone. So the state of being called love and the love frequency of the matrix is holding us all. We never go back, they said. There's no stairs to climb back on. We're right here now in a trajectory of back home to the truth of what love is. Are you not love? With that beautiful name, what is her name? Astraria?
Astaris.
Astaris. That is so sacred. Wherever you got that name, we love it. And we feel that you are in a frequency to experience pure love. And the emotional up and down is just bumpy. And it's getting us to understand that we are human. And we have DNA that's leaving. We are awakening. And our new DNA is expressing through the emotions. And if there's some shadow in there, it's going to come out. We don't want you to stuff it. We want you to let it go. I don't find there's anything out of place with your question. We find that you are on your way, and that with a name like that, coming from a galactic group of beings that work with you, rebels, they're calling them, you will never fall short of understanding what the true power of love is, because that is what you are. Star sister.
Beautiful. Again, we invite our listeners to have let's call it a starseed session with Catherine. Learn about your galactic history, your human design, and all of that. It goes very deep. And so thank you, Catherine, for being here, for sharing your time, for offering personal sessions like this, and just stepping up in this way for all of the support that you offer the light workers. The light workers are the new leaders for New Earth, and we honor each and every one of you. So, Catherine, as we say goodbye, I just want to give you a moment for any final thoughts. Thank you.
What I'm hearing is that it is a genius understanding to be able to walk, to find the opportunities in the midst of all these shocks and changes around us, that the emotions of the planet are going haywire, but to remind you that you are the warrior, the Aries, the initiator, that will find some way to answer the challenge. And we're all doing this collectively. Nobody is left behind. You are a transmission. You are the Merkaba. You are the way home. We activate, accelerate, and illuminate the grace beyond all the collective blockages so we can see through to the new earth. And it does not come from your physical eyes. It's coming, the optic nerve gets in the way. It's a stimulation of the pineal pituitary gland, the telomeres, the whole field of our energy. They said, please hydrate over the next 3 days. We're in a phase and we want you to be prepared and sit back, love yourself, see through the junk. They're also saying, please be careful of the south nodes still in Scorpio over the next few months. It's still a spell. You know, it's like we don't want to, we're going to the earth, to the Taurus, to the beautiful collective earth and connecting with her, the soul of the earth, our soulmate, blending with that. So don't get pulled down over the next few months. They're showing me the eclipse energies that can be really pulling us out of our own Merkaba and our own path. Don't let anything, put your blinders on and follow the path of love. Michael says, follow the yellow brick road for God's sake. And that's what we're going to do. Yellow is very positive. It's also gold. So follow the golden path because we're already home. Remember who you are, each and every one of you. There's so much love from the heavens. We couldn't do it without you, is what they're saying. There's a whole gathering of beings around us. We can't do it without you because you are in form. And we are the formation that's coming through the heavens at this time. Listen within. We are complete.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, Catherine, and the host of angels and light beings that are around you sharing this beautiful wisdom. Follow the yellow brick road, the golden path, the path of love. Thank you. All right. Well, everyone.
Thank you.
And thanks for everyone being here. We've got this. We absolutely have this. And there's support for you if you need it in the form of a personal session with Catherine. Beautiful, amazing channel that she is, connected and in service to the light. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Namaste.
Namaste. Love you.
Thank you for listening to this quantum conversation, and thank you for dancing with us to the cosmic heart. As we raise our own vibration, we raise the vibration of the planet. This show is dedicated to you and all awakening hearts as we are here to shine our bright light and amplify our love. Access all quantum conversations, special offers from our guests, and online healing retreats by visiting acoustichealth.com. I'm Loren Gailey, and from my sacred heart to yours, I honor your magnificent love and light. We leave you now with music from the universe. Music literally created by the universe, as musical notes were assigned to mathematical equations. The result is this beautiful music available at acoustichealth.com. Namaste.